It is Wednesday, July 28th. My gosh, I can't believe that it's the end of July. And I just wanted to touch base with you all today about the importance of advanced directives. It's something that many of us never want to talk about, right? Long-term life planning, what might be there for the end of our life when we're maybe not feeling so great, if we are incapacitated, or what's going to happen with our things, and how that goes. But it's a really important peace of mind for us to have that taken care of. I upfront honest, don't have all of my documents in a row at the moment, but it is in my goal for the year. It's been for a number of years, but it's going to happen this year. And I've got some of the basics in there, and we think about things like our will, right? Which can cause all sorts of things. I'm not an expert. Talk to your lawyer, talk to your financial people, talk to your medical providers when you're doing healthcare. But take time to stop and think about it and put forth the information this year and talk with your loved ones and your friends and your family about what is going to happen if something happens to you. I know my Jason and I talk a lot about, things are in each other's names, right? Well, that's great. But if we're traveling together and something were to happen, do we have those documents in place for who else is going to take care of it? If we're in a position where someone's needing to make a healthcare decision for us because I'm sick and I can't, I'm in a coma and I can't make that decision, who's going to make those calls for you and be that provider and that decision maker for you? If you are needing to sell your house to take care of medical expenses, is there someone that can do that? Do you have your documents in place to make sure that that happens? And then we talk a lot, about advanced directives. Who can make those healthcare decisions for you? Whether it be, and what decisions do you want? You want to make sure that you're on the same page. And so you might want to donate all of your organs, right? So that other people can benefit in the future from what happened to you. But is that stated? Because somebody else at a difficult time might not be willing to make that call for you. But if you have it written down and it's whether it needs to be notarized or completed by a lawyer, different states have different requirements. And again, no legal expertise here at all. I just know that it's something that we should all have in place and that we should be doing. And I want to encourage each of us to stop and think about it this year and get our advanced directives in place for our mental health situations. It's been a long year for everyone, and we're seeing some challenges reemerge, and people are headed back to school and back to work, and a lot of unknowns out there. And so that stuff needs to be in place. Thinking about, you might get the healthcare you do want or you do not want if you do or don't have those situations in place. So looking at there's two main types of advanced directives, right? You have your healthcare power of attorney, and then you have your living will, and really looking at the wishes for your health treatments at the end of life and what that looks like. And so I know that it's one of my goals this year. A couple of my friends, I know that we've been talking about it for a few years, and we need to get them in place. I know that it's very daunting. You can do it very simply. We have some great information and guidance on our website at baggettcancer.org/resources, where you can find more information to lead you to advanced directives. You could talk to your friends and family there. And again, just remember that there is healthcare, and then there's also the financial side of it. And so don't just do one and think it's covered the other, and vice versa. You need to make sure that they are all in place so that your wishes are taken care of while you are still alive and after you may not be with us any longer. And you just need to stop and think about it. So that's my putting it out there reminder to myself that I need to get on it and get it done. Have some of the basics in place for the healthcare side of it, but need to make sure that the financial side is taken care of, as well as the mental health aspect, and just and revisiting them, right? You can change them. Times might change. You might put something in place and then situations change in your life and you want to update them, and you can certainly do that. But having something is great. I will also say what I often had said to my sisters who have children. I do not. So I'm very clear about, I don't have all that in place. But how are you leaving things for your children or guardian for your kids? And again, we don't want to think that that's going to happen, but just think that if you didn't have stuff set up for them, how much more difficult it's going to be. So making sure that you have everything in place. So that's my things that we don't want to talk about, things that we don't want to address, things that we don't want to think about, but we're all going to feel better if we get them sorted out and taken care of today, including myself. So putting it out there. We can all do a check-in if you want to check in with me in a month or two and say, hey, did you get that done yet? Happy to give you a status update. And wishing everyone a great day. Be safe with everything happening out there. We've just saw on the news that a news report that Tucson has had almost 7 inches of rain this July, which is the wettest July on record. So very exciting, but also can be very scary with the flash floods and people being out there. So be careful wherever you are, and wishing you all a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.